My name is Marina, and today we're going to be talking about my dream lineup for the Emos Not Dead Cruise 2.0. So just a little bit of backstory, I went on the first Emos Not Dead Cruise in November of 2017, and I also went on Warped Rewind at Sea, which was in October of 2017. And those are both like 4-day music cruises hosted by the company Sixman, and they are all on Norwegian Cruise Line. So here's the lineup for Warped Rewind at Sea. It was literally perfect for me. I loved almost every single band on that boat, and I had such a hard time choosing who to see because I loved so many of them and I didn't want to miss anything. And then here's the lineup for the first Emos Not Dead Cruise. Also really good, but the schedule was set a lot differently, and I ended up still missing some of the bands that I had wanted to see. Matt just posted that the lineup for Emos Not Dead Cruise 2.0 will be coming out on May 9th, and we're also going to start getting our times to do our booking. So I am so freaking excited. This is like the part that I'm the most excited about, because this like week in between, we're all like speculating and trying to figure out who's going to be on the cruise and where we're going and all that. And if you do enough sleuthing, you can definitely figure it out. I know where we're going to be porting, and I know 4 of the bands are going to be on the boat, but I'm not going to let what I know impact who I put in this list, because this is my dream lineup. This is who I want to see, and if it ends up aligning, then that's awesome, but this is my dream lineup. Matt has already said that there'll be no repeats on the second cruise from who was on the first cruise, so that pretty much knocks all of those bands out, probably with the exception of Your Broken Hero, because Matt is literally hosting the cruise and he's doing a Kickstarter for an album. There's no way they're not going to be performing on the boat. So with that, it cancels out all the bands that were on the first Emos Not Dead Cruise, but it does open up the possibility of all the bands that were on Warped Rewind at Sea, except for Hawthorne Heights, because they were the only one on both cruises. So first, I'm going to jump into the bands that were on Warped Rewind at Sea that I would really love to have on the boat. Number 1, hands down, is Story of the Year. Every chance that we've had to mention it to Matt that we need them on this boat, we've done that. I mentioned it at the autograph signing. I know a lot of other people did when he was drinking and stuff during karaoke. Like, we have drilled it into his brain that we need Story of the Year on this boat. And he did tell me on the cruise that he was in talks with them. So I definitely think it's going to happen, and I cannot wait. They were the best band on Warped Rewind at Sea, hands down. And there are so many of us that are pushing so hard for this, but I just need them to get their moment once again on the Emos Not Dead Cruise. They're perfect for it. I need them on the main stage, just on the pool deck, having so much fun. I need them in the atrium again, because that was one of the best parts of Warped Rewind at Sea. They have so much energy. They're so cool. They're so chill. Like, this has to happen. Number 2 is The Starting Line. They're my favorite band of all time. I love them with all of my heart and soul. And I feel like they didn't really get their time to shine on Warped Rewind at Sea, because a lot of that crowd was definitely more ska based, or you had the very like pop punky of like Simple Plan and Good Charlotte, that I just feel like they didn't get the attention that they deserved. They are one of the most quintessential emo bands for me growing up. I have loved them ever since their first album came out. I just need the moment of all of us singing The Best of Me on the main pool deck. I just need it so badly, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm hoping it's gonna happen, because I think that they'd be absolutely perfect. They're doing a lot more tours and festivals right now. And last, for the Warped Rewind at Sea bands, is Mayday Parade. Once again, I feel like they're perfect. They have so much energy, and their pool set was one of my favorite ones from Warped Rewind at Sea. The sun was setting, and it was just perfect. I really hope it's gonna happen, but I don't think so, but it would be really cool. Okay, so now for all the bands that were not on a previous cruise. Number 1, we have Senses Fail. This could happen. This could totally happen. It would be fucking awesome. I have only ever seen them once, which is a total bummer, because I loved them so much when I was in high school. I haven't listened to a ton of the newer music, although I should, but they put on such a good show, and I think that this would be perfect to have them do a really late set on the pool deck, or even something in Stardust. Like, I can see all of this. I can see an album tour or something, and it would be fucking awesome. So I really, really hope that they're on the boat. So these 3 I'm gonna kind of lump together, because I think that there's no way in hell it's gonna happen. I would just really love it. Would be Chiodos, Funeral for a Friend, and Alkaline Trio. All 3 of these would be fantastic. They were very big in the scene at the time. A lot of them aren't really actively touring or making a lot of music. You know, Matt Skiba and Alkaline Trio has been very busy with Blink-182. Now he's no longer in Blink-182. It's totally possible, but I know they're very busy. Same with Feeling for a Friend. They don't really tour anymore. They do a lot of shows internationally over like the UK and stuff. They've been playing more, but I don't think there's any way we could get them on this boat. They'd probably have to get paid a lot of money, but it'd be fucking awesome. And then Chiodos. I think I just want Craig Owens there in any format, like literally any fucking way possible. I want him there on that boat. I don't even care what the fuck he does. His voice is just beautiful and amazing, and I just think that he deserves to be there pretty much. Next, we have the Spell Canvas. I've heard a lot of people talking about them. I mentioned their name. It's definitely possible. I could totally see them doing even some like smaller sets and stuff, because you have to have smaller bands to balance out the bigger acts that you kind of book as headliners. It could totally be cool because a lot of people don't really talk about them. I don't even know if they're releasing music currently, but they just feel so quintessentially emo to me. I would love to see them there. I would also love to see Relient K on the boat. I feel like if you can put the Plain White Tees on the first Emos Not Dead cruise, you can totally bring along Relient K for the second cruise. I don't know why they feel like similar bands to me, because I don't even listen to Plain White Tees, but I love Relient K, and the album, like, I've listened to that thing so many fucking times. I would love to see like a full album or something on this boat. It would be awesome. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be really cool. And last but not least, this one is kind of like a cop out, but that is Yellowcard. Technically, Ryan Key was on the first Emos Not Dead cruise and did all acoustic sets of Ocean Avenue, but Yellowcard is now back together, and it is absolutely a possibility that they could be on the boat. It's technically not a repeat because the whole band wasn't there, and they don't even have to do an album tour. They could literally do anything that they wanted to on the boat. So it's possible, and I am like holding out hope. So one of my favorite things about Warped Rewind at Sea is they had this like Battle of the Bands thing where a whole bunch of bands would enter their name that were up and coming. We would narrow it down to the top 10 and then narrowed it down to the top 3. And those 3 bands got to play at what we called Bar City, which was this teeny little like bar area with a really small little stage underneath like the Chin Chin's Asian restaurant. And it was just awesome because they were 3 bands that were up and coming, and they got a lot of support from all the people on the cruise. I think only one of them is still actively making music, and that is Felicity. So I would love to see more bands, not even that small because like that shit could go wild. But I would love to see bringing some newer bands onto the boat just to really prove that emo is not dead. Some really good options could be Hot Mulligan, Grayscale, Meet Me at the Altar, Magnolia Park, Kenny Hoopla, Familiar Thing, Honey Revenge, Super American, and Taylor Acorn. I could literally keep listing bands for like the next hour. There's so many that I want to see in the boat and that I think could be literally perfect for this cruise. And I just really can't wait to see who's actually on here based off of the few that I know that will be. I just can't wait to see. So I will definitely be making a video when the lineup actually comes out. It won't be like as I'm looking at it because there's no fucking way I'm waiting for it. I already have an alarm in my phone set for it. I will absolutely be going on this cruise. Make sure you sign up for the pre-sale if it's something you're interested in. It's definitely going to sell out. I would be absolutely shocked if it didn't because we sold it out within, I think, 24 hours for the first cruise. So if you are even a little bit interested, make sure you sign up. And I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.